Hello everyone and welcome to the Velvet Lounge. I wanted to do a different type of haul video for you today. It's actually more like a sold but guess what the price is video. I want you guys to sort of go along with me on this adventure and guess how much some of these items sold for. Many times we've been told that the summer is like the slowest time for sales. And that, there's not a lot of stuff out there for sourcing. That's good because everyone else is out there doing the same thing, just, for regular recreational buyers to people who are sourcing for resale. And I just want to show you guys that there are some treasures still to be had out there if you're willing to do the work. I don't go out every day. I only go out a couple times a week. Sometimes I don't go out at all for like a while because we have enough inventory. So, based upon what your goals are, and what you're willing to live with and do, you need to set a schedule that makes sense for you. So don't worry about what other people are doing. Just worry about what you set as your goal for success. So, I want to, like I said, show you guys some items. I have the prices that things sold for covered up because I want you to sort of guess what you think they sold for. So, we'll start with this. This is a token, what they call a trade token. And I actually got this with a bunch of other coins and tokens that I purchased all at one time for very, very little money. And I decided to list it separately because I had some other tokens that I listed separately and they did really well. I started all my tokens at $9.99 plus shipping and handling. I always charge a handling charge, and it's rare that we don't charge shipping. Like, people expect to pay it, so you might as well charge it, and as long as you're not gouging them, and you can always estimate like what the shipping is by pre-weighing things and using the tool that eBay has so that you know upfront what you'll be shipping. And I always use a point that's the furthest away from where I live. So if you live on the West Coast, for example, use a zip code on the East Coast as your estimator. And then if you live like up in Michigan or that region, then use like Florida, because that's like down at the, you're up in Michigan, you go down to Florida, then that'll give you a good guide as to how much you should be charging for shipping and handling if you want to post those numbers up front. Some people don't. Some people just do it by weight. I try to give people a price up front so there's no surprises. So anyway, I got this token, as I stated, with a bunch of other tokens and coins. And the story behind it is I listed it for $9.99. Within less than an hour, a fellow had contacted me and asked if I would list it as a best offer. And I told him, well, the auction just started on it, so, I expected it to go for 7 days. And I was fine with that, and he, of course, could bid on it. And he was like, what if I made you a best offer? Would you accept it? And so I wrote him back and I asked him, well, what would your offer be? And he said $75 plus shipping and handling. And I was like perplexed and sort of like curious about that because it was only listed for $10 if you round up $9.99 and the shipping and handling. And so I wrote him back after, waiting a respectable amount of time so that I didn't show my excitement. And I was like, this is what I planned on doing with this, but, are you willing to pay $80? And he wrote back and he's like, you know what? How about 90? And I was like, whoa, what? So of course I'm like talking to my husband and my daughter, and we're like, what's going on? What is this? What does it mean? And we had already did some research and already knew that this was a department store token. The department store would have been something in the style of Selfridges in the 1800s. And I can't think of the store that's there now, but Dodi Fayed's father is the owner of that store. God rest Dodi's soul. And it's so it's like one of those fancy stores that's sort of like one of those exclusive things where you, or Neiman Marcus tries to sort of be like that, but they're not really. Maybe they were way back in the day, but they do still have a catalog where they have their crazy items for sale. So this would have been in that sort of style. And the token says Chaz, which means Charles, Stevens, 25 cents in goods. And on the opposite side of the token, I don't know if you see it in that picture, there's actually nothing on the other side. It's actually smooth. So we were wondering if that was like the odd thing about this, but we still don't know to this date. So, just to conclude this, what happened is when he wrote back and he said 90, I accepted that offer. And he actually ended up paying $91. I don't know why he gave us the extra dollar, but he did. And he paid shipping and handling on it as well. So that was a really great find. And when I think about how many tokens and coins were in the lot that we had, this probably cost us like a few pennies. Because we tried to buy things in like box lots. Like we'll go to a tag sale or a flea market, or obviously if you're buying at an auction, we try to concentrate on box lots so that we're really getting the most for our money and the variety. So here's another item. I had a lesson on this because I knew nothing about these until we picked up like 3 of them. We went to what they call an attic sale, ATTIC sale. And at that sale, everything for some reason was up in the attic that these people couldn't get to, and they were just like willing to sell things for a couple of dollars or buy the box if people were willing to do the work to get the stuff out. So we filled up a few boxes, and for all of our boxes, we paid $15 for like 3 or 4 boxes of stuff. And these are like copier printer paper size boxes. So, I mean, it was a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was smalls that we got, like a ridiculous number of smalls. And we not only got this, which is called a half doll, but we also got 2 other half dolls, as well as a bunch of other stuff that some of it I'll be showing you in future videos. So at the end of the day, once again, this is something that we probably just paid, less than 25 cents for, maybe 25 cents. And it's from the 1890s. It is signed and numbered. And the way these work is the porcelain is from the head down to the torso, which tucks into the skirt. And the skirts were actually made by whoever purchased these, or maybe they made them as a gift for someone, I have no idea. And they would actually sew that on themselves, any clothing. So these came nude. And one of the ways that you could tell when these are authentic versus copies is because they always have detailed hands and separated fingers. Their arms are usually away from their bodies, and they're always hand painted, and they're always signed and numbered. And they're always marked from, whatever region or country they were made in. So, you might find some out there that don't have those attributes or have extra things added. If you see anything that's different, you'll know that those are not authentic. But there are some Facebook groups and stuff like that are dedicated to half dolls. So this, I almost did not show you, sold for $54.99. Plus, we always charge shipping and handling. The next item that we have is called an Ormolu, O-R-M-O-L-U, brass filigree beveled perfume bottle. And this one includes not only the bottle, but also the dauber, which is also acts as a stopper as well. And it's this, and inside and attached to this, there's actually a glass dauber, which is what you would put your perfume on with. Actually, I have it right here, so I can show you that. This is the dauber, the glass part at the bottom, which is still attached, which is pretty amazing. And then this is what the back looks like. And as you can see, it has a porcelain medallion in it that's painted. And this piece itself is very heavy. This whole thing is pretty heavy. It weighs like over 3 pounds. Inside of the bottle, you can see this like insert that actually is attached to the bottle, but it's actually part of it screws out, and you can see that right here at the top. And that's what the perfume goes in. And that vial is maybe 2.5 to 3 inches long. So you have this huge, giant, ornate bottle with just a little vial inside. But this is something that we got at a box lot at an auction with 3 other similar bottles, but all different styles. We sold all of the others except for this one. This one is now sold. And this was the least prettiest of them all, believe it or not. And we had other things in the box lot there because we were really after the Christmas ornaments and some porcelains that we saw. But these also were just thrown in by the auctioneer. He's like, here, take it all. And you have to take it all and you can't leave anything behind. So we were like, awesome, great, sure, we'll take it. So we were the winning bidder at $10, plus we had to pay a buyer's premium and tax. So at the end of it, we probably ended up paying like $16, $17 for everything. And this bottle sold for $49.99. The other bottles that we had, one sold for approximately $135 plus shipping and handling, and the other one sold for about $90 plus shipping and handling. And there's another that I'm keeping for myself. And this $49.99 does not include the shipping and handling fee, so we got that on top of that $50. The next item is what they call a trade stimulator. And this one is by Mills Puritan Bell. And what they did is back in the day, when it was illegal to gamble, and also illegal to consume alcohol. So these are from Prohibition era. What would happen is you would go into a speakeasy or juke joint or wherever, and they would have these little machines, and they did not pay out money. What they paid out, they paid you out in gum and cigarettes. So whoever the barkeep was, he would see if you were a winner, and if you were, he would pay you out in gum and cigarettes. And this trade stimulator is not very tall. It's probably like, I'm going to say it was like maybe 18 to 19 inches tall, but it weighed like 23, 24 pounds. So it's a solid machine, but it's not made of cast metal or cast iron. So I'm not sure what kind of metal it was made out of, but it's very heavy. You can see it has a handle, and inside there's reels. Handle, reels. And this is the pay box. So your coins would drop in there, and that's what the barkeep would take out and, keep for the till. You would not win money. And the card is on top. It has a little rip in it to show what the winning combinations are. So this item actually was given to us for free because someone was cleaning out their house, and they were just like, I have some stuff for you. If you could just take it, that would be great. And if not, I'm going to donate it. And so, of course, we ran over. We didn't know what we were getting. And we ended up getting this, and we did actually give the person who gave it to us some of the money because it was just such an awesome item, and we couldn't believe it. But this item actually sold for $560 even, plus shipping and handling was added on top of that. So, yeah, that was a really good item. So if people, and also we sold it as a parts. It says being sold as is, because we actually broke into the bank or into the cash box because we could hear there were a ton of coins inside, which added partially to why it was so heavy. And so there were Buffalo nickels, there were Liberty dimes, there were old Indian head pennies. There was just all sorts of coins inside, some steelies. And so we sold some of those, and we will be selling more of them in the future. But yeah, this was a gift that kept on giving, so that was super cool. Can you guys please, do me a favor right now? Can you please subscribe? Hit the subscribe button for me, please. Because we want to keep more videos like this coming. And we also want to, update our production a little bit because you can see our handwritten sign here. And also, if you could share our video. We're always looking to learn new things. And also, if we can help anyone out, that would be great because, we believe that if we can be successful, everyone else has a right to be successful too, if you're willing to do the work. So please hit that button and subscribe for us. So the next item I'm going to show you is, and this I believe might be my last item. Oh yeah, it is. So this is one of my favorite items that we got this summer. It's actually an antique German porcelain figurehead. We're not really sure what the purpose was, if it was an ashtray or whatever. It did not smell like cigarette smoke, so or maybe it was for keeping coins or something. We're not sure. But this was a really cool item that we once again got, and you can see I already revealed the price to you, that we once again got in a box lot. And we probably ended up paying maybe 25 cents for this item. And it actually was going back to its homeland of Germany. So it actually was made in Germany, and now it's back in Germany. And as you can see, it sold for $37.99 plus we do shipping and handling. And you can see there was a little activity on it. There were like 4 bids. And it was numbered and signed. You can't really see it in this picture, but numbered and signed on the bottom. So I just want to make you guys aware that there are still treasures out there. So if people are telling you there isn't, they're just telling you that because maybe for the things that they look for, there's not a lot out there. Or they're not looking in, different types of places. Like, maybe they're just hitting thrift stores, for example. Everyone is hitting a thrift store. So if that's the only place that you're going or the number one place where you're sourcing, you really need to find other outlets because, first of all, the prices at the thrift stores are absolutely ridiculous, especially because they receive the things for free and they're supposed to be nonprofits, which we all know is not true. They're all for profits. Their CEOs have company cars. They even get homes, some of them. And of course, their pay rates are really high, and that's all public notice if you wanted to ever look it up. So, go out there and help like a church thrift shop or a mom and pop thrift shop that has good